Most people don't know this, but something massive is unfolding in Jamaica, and it could completely transform one of the country's quietest parishes into a major economic powerhouse. We're talking about the brand new Boscobel Integrated Business Center in St. Mary, right next to Ian Fleming International Airport. This isn't just another government project. It's a bold step toward creating a smarter, stronger, and more sustainable Jamaica. Over 2,500 jobs, world-class training programs, aviation, commerce, and logistics, all under one roof. So, why should this matter to you? Stick around to find out, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay ahead of the curve on Jamaica's biggest development stories. Here's the story. On June 18, 2025, Prime Minister Andrew Holness stood alongside other key leaders and officials from the Factories Corporation of Jamaica to announce a transformative project, one designed not only to boost economic activity but to shift the country's developmental model. The Boscobel Integrated Business Center is not just a plot of buildings, it's a master plan development covering 30 acres of land once earmarked for airport expansion. Instead of letting that prime land remain idle, the government is transforming it into Jamaica's third urban center, after Morant Bay in St. Thomas and Bound Brook in Portland. Why Boscobel? The answer is simple. Infrastructure readiness and strategic placement. The location already had the critical zoning and transportation infrastructure needed to support major development. And the adjacent airport provides a gateway, not just to Jamaica, but to the rest of the Caribbean and North America. But there's more to it. The plan isn't just about creating another business district. It's about building an economic engine for the people of St. Mary. For years, growth in Jamaica has been concentrated in places like Kingston and Montego Bay. But this project is a bold signal that the tide is turning. The government wants rural parishes to be more than quiet corners. They want them to thrive. And that shift is crucial, because empowering rural economies means creating a more balanced, inclusive national economy. As PM Holness explained, growth must be felt everywhere, not just in the cities. So what can you expect to see rising from the ground in Boscobel? Quite a lot, actually. See, at the heart of this major development is a high-tech, multi-use business complex that will span over 150,000 square feet of developed space. This is not your average business center. The facility will include modern office buildings designed to house both corporate and government operations, offering flexible spaces that can accommodate everything from administrative offices to innovation labs. There will also be large-scale warehouse facilities tailored for logistics operations, allowing for efficient storage and distribution solutions close to key transport links. But what truly sets Boscobel apart is its bold integration of aviation services. In a move that highlights Jamaica's push into high-value industries, the complex will include aircraft hangars, a clear signal that aviation is not just part of the project, but central to its vision. This element alone makes the development stand out as one of the most unique infrastructure projects currently underway in the country. What makes this project even more remarkable is its integrated design, a rare feature in Jamaica, especially outside the major urban hubs. The Boscobel complex blends commercial activity with aviation, business incubation, and workforce training, creating a vibrant ecosystem for long-term growth. Its location next to the Ian Fleming International Airport further enhances its value, giving the complex strategic access to international air traffic and positioning it as a logistics and business gateway to the world. The site will also serve as a training ground for future aviation professionals, with dedicated facilities for pilot and technician education. Through this, local talent will have opportunities to develop high-demand skills without leaving the region. This collaborative initiative by the Airports Authority of Jamaica and the Factories Corporation of Jamaica is clearly a forward-looking investment in Jamaica's economic future. Let's talk impact, because a flashy development means little if it doesn't improve people's lives. Fortunately, the Boscobel Integrated Business Center is already creating real opportunities. According to Member of Parliament Robert Montague, the center will produce more than 2,500 jobs once operational. And we're not talking just construction work. This is a full spectrum of employment. From aviation services and logistics to data entry, administration, IT, and warehousing, there's something for nearly every skill level. But what's even more impressive is the strategic approach to preparing the local workforce. The Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's national training agency, has stepped in to ensure that the people of St. Mary are equipped to take advantage of these new jobs. Over 200 young people from surrounding communities have already begun training in programs focused on hospitality, tech services, construction, and office management. The goal isn't just to fill positions, it's to empower residents to become the backbone of their region's economic engine. The significance here can't be overstated. Rural unemployment and youth migration have long plagued communities like St. Mary. But this project represents a turning point, a rare moment when development comes to the people, rather than the other way around. Imagine what it means for a young person who would have had to move to Kingston or Montego Bay just to find stable work. Now, that opportunity is coming to their doorstep. Behind the scenes, the Boscobel project is part of a much broader national blueprint, known as the Urban Center Program. But don't let the name mislead you. This initiative isn't about turning small towns into sprawling urban metropolises. Rather, it's a forward-thinking plan focused on building smart, sustainable, and self-reliant rural hubs that can drive local development and improve the quality of life for residents. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has repeatedly emphasized that decentralizing national development is critical to Jamaica's long-term growth. For far too long, economic opportunities and public investments have been concentrated in a handful of major urban centers, leaving rural communities under-resourced and overlooked. This new model seeks to correct that imbalance by investing in places that have traditionally been left behind. The concept is both simple and transformative. Provide citizens with real incentives to live, work, and thrive in their own communities. That includes access to decent jobs, affordable housing, reliable healthcare, strong education systems, and modern infrastructure. The Boscobel Integrated Business Center is a key component of that vision. Alongside planned residential developments, public amenities, and tech-driven solutions, the area is being reimagined as a vibrant, inclusive, and future-ready community. Progress is already visible across the island. The Morant Bay redevelopment is nearing its final stages, and construction in Bound Brook is moving swiftly. Now, all eyes are on Boscobel. Its success could serve as a national model, paving the way for an accelerated transformation of rural Jamaica. Perhaps one of the most exciting developments tied to the Boscobel project is the rapid expansion of regional infrastructure, especially air travel. In May 2024, American Airlines announced daily flights into Ian Fleming International Airport starting that December. This is a game changer. With international flights coming directly into St. Mary, the region is no longer isolated. It's now a critical node in Jamaica's economic network. Other carriers, like Inter-Caribbean Airways, are also increasing their services, offering greater connectivity to neighboring Caribbean countries. This influx of flights isn't just about tourism. It directly supports the operations of the business center, from cargo handling to professional travel. Roads in the surrounding areas are being upgraded as well. Communication networks are being modernized. The government is making sure this development isn't just an island, it's part of a connected system. All signs point to a moment of alignment. For the first time in a long time, infrastructure, vision, leadership, and opportunity are all lining up in one place. And for St. Mary, that moment could redefine its future. The effects of a project like this don't end at the job site. They ripple out into the community in deeply personal and transformative ways. Large-scale developments don't just bring buildings, they bring opportunity. When you inject employment and business prospects into a local economy, the results are both immediate and long-lasting, reshaping lives and lifting entire communities. Increased employment means more income flowing through nearby towns and neighborhoods. With more people earning, families can spend more, which directly boosts local commerce. From grocery stores and clothing boutiques to childcare centers and hardware suppliers, many small and medium-sized businesses will feel the benefits. The economic boost is expected to energize nearly every sector in St. Mary. MP Robert Montague has already highlighted signs of this shift. There's been a noticeable uptick in residential construction, as developers prepare for an influx of professionals moving into the area. Young entrepreneurs are taking note. Some are launching catering services and local eateries, while others are gearing up to provide logistical support and other services to workers and companies operating at the new center. This is how generational wealth and community strength are built, one opportunity leading to another, until a once quiet coastal parish begins to surge with ambition, purpose, and momentum. Let's look at the construction timeline and what's ahead. As of mid-2025, all the essential preparations are in place, and everything is aligning perfectly for construction to begin in earnest. The designated land has already been thoroughly surveyed and cleared, ensuring a clean slate for the development ahead. Detailed geotechnical assessments have been completed, providing critical information about the soil and subsurface conditions, which will guide the engineering work. At the same time, architectural plans are in their final stages of refinement, with design teams working diligently to ensure functionality, sustainability, and aesthetic appeal. Assuming no unforeseen setbacks occur, the full-scale construction phase is expected to commence by late 2025 or early 2026, marking a significant milestone for the project. The development will unfold through a carefully planned phased rollout, designed to optimize resources and maintain steady progress. The initial phase will focus primarily on establishing offices and training centers, which are vital for managing the operations and equipping the local workforce with necessary skills. Following closely behind will be the construction of aviation infrastructure, including essential facilities such as hangars for aircraft maintenance and classrooms dedicated to aviation education. This phased approach allows the complex to gradually come to life over the next 2 to 3 years, with each section completed sequentially to ensure smooth integration and operational readiness. Importantly, the Boscobel project is not an isolated effort. It forms part of a broader urban center movement that continues to gain momentum across Jamaica. For example, Morant Bay's development is already nearing full operational status, showcasing tangible progress and benefits to the community. Similarly, Boundbrook is advancing steadily, reinforcing the government's ongoing dedication to rural investment and economic decentralization. Each successfully completed urban center strengthens this commitment, highlighting a strategic vision to foster growth, improve infrastructure, and enhance opportunities in rural areas throughout the country. If you're watching from the diaspora, this isn't just good news, it's an invitation to invest, reconnect, and be part of the next chapter in Jamaica's growth story. Land values in St. Mary are expected to rise. Demand for skilled labor, contractors, business services, and suppliers will only increase. If you're a local business owner, there's room to expand. If you're a student, there's reason to stay. And if you're simply a proud Jamaican, there's cause to celebrate. Boscobel shows us what's possible when vision meets action. What we're seeing in Boscobel isn't just construction, it's transformation. Prime Minister Holness is planting the seeds of a new Jamaica, where jobs, training, infrastructure, and community growth come together in one unified vision. From 2,500 jobs to empowered youth and thriving local businesses, this project is a real investment in people. It's about time rural communities got their share of the spotlight. And with this development, that moment is here. So, if you want to stay informed, inspired, and ahead of the curve on Jamaica's biggest growth stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us on the journey forward.